46forum wasn't always called 46forum. There was a time when it was 46 Pimps. It was at the apartment number 46. The tale starts in the year 2005. 2005, what a year, what a year. I was laying in a ditch. It was hot. We were in Las Cruces, New Mexico. And there was nowhere to go, and there was no electricity. And blam, it happened. An explosion. And the legend of the 46 began.
We moved into the favela, and we immediately took over. Everyone in the neighborhood knew something special was going on at that apartment, so everyone came by. There was the Oracle who lived downstairs. There was a feud between the hood rats in the second half of the apartment. There was Diane. She cooked for us. There was Iggy. He came by for cigarettes. And there was our pet Aldo, who he lit on fire and threw down the stairs. It was a simple time at the apartment. It was a simple time. This is back before there was any beefs in Juarez and you could go to Mexico freely. So we would go to Mexico, we would take care of business, and then we would party. And then we would come back to the favela and spread love throughout the neighborhood. We were the kings.
We learned about things called Hood Pass. We learned about the ice cream truck and its 15-minute delivery time. We learned about walks in the park with ducks and children and holding hands and telling stories. It was a simpler time.
Also, we saved everybody in that apartment building from burning up. And when the fire department came, they laughed at us because it turns out we indeed did start the fire.
Las Cruces Fire Department, thank you again for your quick response time.
But you didn't have to be such jerks about it. We thought we were doing good.
Yeah, our bad. Okay, you know what? We were laying in a ditch. Things were all wrong. And we put our heads together with no electricity. And we made light. It became fire. And the fire was words. And the words were poetry. And the poetry didn't need a beat.
Yeah. A lot of things happened at that apartment. The legend of the Christian zombie vampires started at the apartment. Let's see. I think I made a few naughty videos at the apartment. It was a good time. We learned a lot. We were football coaches in the parking lot football league. Peace out to you, Kentucky, who was from Tennessee. He's somewhere returning punts in the parking lot because that's what Tennessee did, or Kentucky. I can never remember. But yeah, this guy used to return punts in our parking lot
against cars that were moving at him at no faster than 30 miles per hour on Treves.
Devin Hester had nothing on this guy. Like, this guy could return a punt through actual traffic.
And the sun came down, and it got real windy, and I had to go. And I came up to Albuquerque, and there I was, laying in a ditch, and it was raining, and there was no electricity.
I was in Las Cruces still, and I too was laying in a ditch, because I was pretty pissed off in the ditch, so I think I actually clipped a couple of people, and they were in the ditch with me, but then I said, I gotta get out of here. This is a ditch. It sucks.
And we decided that all those words were not just inspiration, they were a way of life. So we decided to put those words onto paper. Give them to you. We want you to read what we write. We want you to care about the goodness in life. We got a 6-minute video.
And that's pretty much how 46 Forum started. There's not really 46 of us. We just thought it sounded cool. And we lived in apartment 46. And it was a magical place. Anybody who was there can attest to that.
Shout out to 23 the Oracle. Kathy, I love you. I hope you're doing alright, girl. Man, I miss you. And if there was a downstairs to this house, I would like you to live there.
Yeah. But that's not even important. We love you, Kathy. That can't change. And any of you that are kind of confused by this, I would recommend that you download Mr. Showtime and the Journalist, and it'll pretty much explain everything about the apartment, about us, just about everything. It's a good story.
Mr. Showtime and the Journalist. You know, I couldn't find a job. It was a hard time. I was in the motherfucking ditch. Like an actual ditch. Which is weird because it's right up the street. What up? And I decided to write this book. And I wrote it about something that was inspiring to me. The two things that I always find love in. Boxing and truth. Truth and friendship. Truth and love. Truth and people. To crawl out of the ditch. Inspiring. And even though it was raining and I was in a ditch, I stood up and I walked out of that ditch. And my pen flowed. And I put my soul out there.
Exactly. Like, make no mistake about it. The whole time we're in a ditch, like, it's nothing. Like, people like us, like, we don't get down very easily. So things happen, and you know, we just keep going because life's too short to really dwell on any of those things. So, like, life gives you lemons, we make lemonade. Like, it's pretty cliche, it's pretty corny, but it's the truth. Like, never get down. There's always a way. There's always a way.
Not only is there always a way, but the things that we've gone through are attestable to any virtue in life. Whether it be you reading the Bible and believing or not believing, whether it be you just going through life and maybe haven't gone through it before, maybe it's something that you've done before and you could either A, disagree with us, and B, agree with us. Usually people pick the first one.
Yeah. Either way, that's pretty much who we are. That's how we started, and that's that. I mean, everything else, just read it.
We crawled out the ditch. We're looking at you. We're talking to you. We're talking to you. Come read our stuff.
Yeah, just read it. Like, it's good.